What's up, everybody? It's been a little while. Welcome to another video in the Ideal Auto Factory, where we talk about everything RC drifting, vinyl wrapping, and who knows what else we'll get into along the way. Today, we're going to be talking about the KKPit PDK. Pretty much, it's another RC drift car on the market. A little unique, but at the same time, it's another drift car. I have not been able to get in touch with any of the people who designed it or anything. I did have a few communications with some people who actually own the chassis, but outside of that, I got nothing except I bought mine secondhand for cheap and I made it my own as usual. So without further ado, keep God first. Let's get into this video. Now, first off, what I want to point out is that we are in the new headquarters for the Ideal Auto Factory. The garage has now officially been moved to actually being in the garage 24/7, RC cars and actual cars that get vinyl wrapped. Shout out to RC Drift Network here, the home team, the team that I'm a part of, the network, the content worth consuming. So, BMW, Liberty Walk, don't know what brand, don't know all that jazz. I just know Chris made it. Chris painted it and all that. So I got Chris's body. Nice. Now, Tetsujin wheels. All right. We got that. Got the nice outside, you know what I'm saying? Everything's there. We good? We happy? Now let's get into body off. So first thing, it's not box stock at all. I knew that going into this that I would not do box stock. So what is stock? Okay, the purple aluminum piece. This front bulkhead is stock. Slide rack, stock. The steering knuckles, stock. The aluminum dampers are stock. The rear bulkhead, all that fancy purple back here, the shiny, like darker purple, that's all PDK. Now, body mounts, not stock. The front body post, not stock. The shock tower, not stock. The battery holder is not stock at all either. That's all me, with random parts I had laying around. And it's a very minimalist look to the overall thing. Let me put the battery in here. And all it is my own little holder for it. In the rear, we have the ESC 3D printed mount, because the ESC mount that comes with it, it is carbon fiber, but it's kind of like an afterthought. So Ramon or Raymond, he's a guru with the Sakura and pretty much just RC drifting design and everything else. He even won Scale Science Build Off in 2022, I believe. But he was the one that made that ESC print file, and I got that from him. And as you can see, I don't have a top deck. That's kind of been my thing now, because I don't really see the point when, I don't know, the chassis can be as rigid as it wants to be, but the suspension on it, because of how I tune it and how soft it is, there should be no way this thing needs to flex at all. So why worry about a top deck? For me, it just makes it a lot cleaner and function over form. That's how I should say it. This chassis is, I think it's somewhere around $300 or $350 brand new. It also comes with aluminum dampers. It comes with a gear diff. It's not a Yokomo gear diff. It's 3 gears in there instead of 4 or 6. Yeah. So you got a 2 on the output shafts, and then you got the 4 in the middle. Not like that. It's 3 in the middle and then 2 output shafts. So that's a total of 5 gears in there, and that's how it works. But 3 get interchanged with the 60, 90, or 120 degree gears, bevel gears, and that's how you change up the grip versus the slip. I'm rambling a little bit, but let's get into the details of this. These dampers, they're really nice. They're aluminum and straight to the point. And I believe when you buy them from the parts bin of PDK's KKPit's website, it is like $50. The upgrades that you can do is these lower arms can be up. No, these lower arms can't be upgraded. It's this part. You can adjust this. You can get an adjustable one. You can also get a aluminum front arms because they're plastic right here. The whole chassis has bearings everywhere. I'm going to bring you closer. Obviously, we know there's wheel bearings. There's wheel bearings. Now, let's get into everything else that has a bearing. So, front, bearings are in there. The lower front arms, bearings are in there. Let's go even further to the rear. We have bearings there. We have bearings in there. So on the uprights, we have bearings in the uprights. And there's bearings on the lower arms. Bless you. My wife is watching me record a video. Now, there's bearings pretty much anywhere there's, movement here. And so that makes for a very smooth chassis as far as like it being able to dive and pitch and all of that stuff. I have the AccuVance Fledge motor on there. Shout out to RCD and Ambassador Mr. Wong for the motor here. Awesome. Purple Fledge. Then I put my own brass weights on there. As always, kind of like a thing that I like to do. Then also there is one more modification that I've done. Obviously, I went with a super small spur gear so that I could clear the battery, put it as far back as possible with that bulkhead. And then on like this motor plate, this whole piece is supposed to be able to move. It's like a floating motor mount. But Ramon told me that it could actually mess up the gear mesh from either here or in there to the idler gear behind it. And so you want to eliminate that. So I 3D printed a bushing to go in between this plate and that washer. So there's a bushing in this piece. And therefore, it doesn't move back and forth. Outside of that, there's nothing much to this chassis. Uprights, front knuckles, we got great Ackerman, almost parallel. You know what I mean? Let's go slow. See that? Oh, trailing wheel. You know what I'm saying? Trailing wheel. But yeah, outside of that, there's not much to it. There is a droop. I think I want more droop. I think I want a little more droop. That's not really any droop there. But it does a trick. And I made it, what is that? So you got pro squat, then you raise that, anti squat. You can't do that for this one because it's all a bulkhead. So you cannot do pro and anti squat for as far as raising the suspension mounts. Up front, you kind of can. So I put a 1 millimeter spacer there to give it anti-dive. All right, I'm back. I have remembered why I did that. If you could look here, I did it because I needed some kick up. So I want the car to stay like this most of the time. Not like that. I want it to stay here. And in doing so, you get full lock like that. Now, if I drop this, notice I get a little bump steer out, but also watch this. If you look, I don't get full lock, but I can get a little more angle there. Nothing crazy, but you get more angle when it's up like that. So I was like, let me try the kick up method here by adding this, the spacer right there. Can't even really see it. It's there though, the bar Right there, the bar. I'm just trying it out. Hey, look, don't even quote me on that being something good to do. Also, wanted to match with the purple. Never had a purple chassis before, but match the purple. So purple, and then of course gold or brass, depending on copper, gold plated. Look at that. We just got all kinds of the family of copper goldish. Yeah. So we got those colors working for us, and then finally the actual silver or aluminum, bare aluminum color there. We got it going on, so we're coordinating a little bit. Got to change these out. Either way, we're matching. We're good to go. Hobbywing XR10 Pro, ESC. And then you may see that my gyro is very short, so I don't have all those weird wires. And then I got this one here. I'll make a video on that another day. But this is definitely a setup for people who want a really clean setup. I can't make it that clean because clearly I don't have anywhere to route the wires. I have to literally go in the middle. Either the ESC is going to have a long wire coming from it or the servo is. And I could go under, but whatever. So there's the car. That's all it does. I don't have many fun facts or any cool tips on this car, mainly because there's not a lot to it. It is, I don't think it's a copy of any vehicle per se, but it is designed well and it's designed simple, and they put the bearings in the places they should be. I mean, come on, we got RevD and Rhino Racing, they're putting bearings in the arms and whatnot. So for a car to come from the factory with that already in it, there's not much upgrading to this unless you just want to go full aluminum. But the thing is just amazing. I mean, you look, you adjust camber here. I put like, it's just nice. Nothing crazy about it. Nothing outrageous, but just simple, proven facts of a good drift car here. Now, let's weigh it with battery, body, so we can see why I'm kind of like even showing this car off in the first place. Always got to make sure I'm doing this on camera. So car with the battery in it. Got a body going on now. And now let's rapido through the putting the corner weight system up. Right front, right rear, left rear, left front. Now, we're gonna go in here, everything zeroed out. Now I'm gonna go, y'all gonna watch me put this chassis on. I hope you all can hear me. This is my first time trying this out. But here we go, chassis is going on. Let's make sure all the stuff is like leveled out. Got everything in there. Yep. Do I want to make it perfect? Nah. I just want you all to see now that it's on there. Got it on there, right? It's all nice. All four corners. That was a little further out, but not worried about it. Into the app. Look at that. A little weird on the weight balance there from left to right, but that is a 1,300 gram chassis. It's impossible for it to be that 2 grams less. I mean, I'm about to take the body off and put what a ABC hobby body on. Let's see if it goes under the 1,300 grams with the other body on now. Nope, that's 1,302 right there. Boom. So yeah, with the fitted body that I have mounted on here, the BMW, we have a 1,300 gram chassis through and through, all day, every day. And that's the really cool thing about this car. Here's the top deck. Show the top deck here. So this is the top deck. This is probably at, I don't know, 20 grams, if that. But we're talking a chassis with battery, ESC, mode, everything. Only weighing in at like 1,350 max. And I could make it lighter. You know, Tetsujin wheels are not the lightest wheel. Also, I could get a lighter body, but I'd be under, comp rules. I wouldn't be within standard. So for something that I don't know how to really describe it. It's like, this is out of the box what you get. Like I said, I took it upon myself to take the battery holder off and then add weights and then put it back, that kind of thing. But overall, we're talking about buying a 1,300 gram ready to battle RC car with bearings and with aluminum dampers and with a low slung like silhouette. It's all like wild to me. I mean, my NSX body is the lowest body that I have here. We all know how low this thing is. And boom, it just fits. Like, it can go lower. This thing can go even lower. But I just wanted to showcase this car because it is indeed something that I can't vouch for it. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like any car can be light, any car can do all this. But out of the box, I didn't do all these crazy weight shavings. I didn't go upgrade a whole lot. I had a car, took some things off, put the weight back on it, and boom, 1,300. I did not expect this car to weigh this little, sorry. But I'm pretty sure I put the diff in and then I'll add another 10, 15 grams because it's got a spool in it right now, which is really light, but spool diff. But either way, this is the KKPit PDK, and I wanted to point out a couple things. I wanted to point out that it has aluminum dampers that are actually pretty good, bearings in all the right places. We have a simplified gearbox. And then also you just get a good platform. Yeah, there's only one motor mounting position, but it's a good position because it's almost over the rear axles, which is what everybody's trying to do anyway these days. With the right advertisement, you could argue, and with the right audience, I should say, with the right backing, you could argue that this is underappreciated, undervalued chassis. This has been the PDK by KKPit, and not much else to really say. So God is real. Keep him first in your life. Happy drifting. Peace.